Now, you can agree with me that every nation of the world has experienced attacks from their citizens or even non-citizens, all in the name of religion, drug barons, kidnappers, or even just psychopaths. Now, Nigerians has also not been left out of this cruelty. Now, we are going to dive into top 7 Nigerian notorious criminals. Now, if you are not following this page, please do well to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so that you can be first to get notification of our post anytime we make a post. Number 7 on our list is Gracious David West. Gracious David West, popularly known as Port Harcourt serial killer. He claimed his childhood was so tough that his mother was poisoned. Being the only son of his father, that responsibility became too much. That's why he ventured into crime.
He was a member of DBAM, a fraternity group that is notorious in Nigeria for engaging in acts of violence and voodoo. His modus operandi was always the same. Every night, he scouts for girls at local clubs around the city of Port Harcourt. He lures them to local motels in the suburb of the city. He sleeps with them and suffocates them to death. His victims were always found with piece of white cloth tied around their legs. Gracious, before his arrest on the 19th of September 2019, while trying to flee from the city of Port Harcourt into Akwa Ibom State, confessed that he has killed over 15 women in a span of 3 months. He was charged for multiple homicide, manslaughter, and murder, and his case is still in court.
Number 6. Evans.
Chukwudumeme Onwamadike, popularly known as Evans, was a kidnapper and armed robber who came to limelight after being arrested in 2017. Evans hails from Nnewi in Anambra State. He is also referred to as the billionaire kidnapper because the Nigerian police force believes he is one of the richest kidnappers in the history of Nigeria.
The Inspector General of Police Special Intelligence Response Team of the Nigerian Police Force described Evans as a very smart, crafty, and intelligent kidnapper who evaded arrest for 4 years, despite being on the list of the most wanted criminals in 3 different states in Nigeria. Evans is currently undergoing trial on 52 charges of multiple murders, armed robbery, kidnapping, unlawful possession of firearms, unlawful possession of ammunition, conspiracy, among others.
Number 5. Badu. Badu of Ikorodu is placed on number 5 on the list of the most notorious Nigerian criminals.
He dealt specially in Ikorodu axis of Lagos State, while molesting children and women, as well as robbing people. The Badu of Ikorodu terrorized Ikorodu for a very long time, while escaping attempts by the police to convict him, even after he was arrested multiple times. However, on one occasion where he got released by the police, the Ikorodu community reportedly became courageous and set the Badu of Ikorodu on fire. They decided to put a stop to the terror.
At number 4, Derrico Nwamama. Okudele Ndiwe, popularly known as Deri Nwamama, was very popular in his time. The name of Deri Nwamama traveled beyond Anambra State.
Residents of Onitsha, a commercial place in Anambra State, were the set of people who witnessed his onslaught the most. According to sources, Derrico had allegedly murdered over 100 people, which included about 25 police officers. He was known to be a merciless armed robber who robbed buses with his gang members. Anambra State Police Command launched an operation to capture Derrico and his gang members. While some of his gang members were caught, the leader himself, Derrico, was still on the run. However, he did not run for a long time as the Bakassi Boys, known to be the militant wing of the Anambra State Vigilante Service, set up to reduce crime in the southeast, finally got hold of the deadly criminal in 2001. The Bakassi Boys, who were known for their gory justice system, paraded Derrick Mama around Onitsha, and they finally beheaded him in an open square while declining requests from the Nigerian police to bring him into their custody.
Number 3. Shinarambo.
Those who had previously experienced the onslaught of Shinarambo would never forget him. Shinarambo, just like the other notorious criminals, was also an armed robber. According to various reports, he was capable of robbing an entire highway alongside his gang. Meanwhile, while some report has it that he died while in operation, others say he died as an ordinary man. He was well vested with charm, juju, and voodoo. He was known to be a demigod while he performed his operation on busy highways, until the day he met his Waterloo.
Number 2. Dr. Ishola Oyenusi.
Naturally, Dr. Ishola Oyenusi should have taken the top spot on this list, going by the fact that he was the first non-armed robber in the country. But Anini's exploits later outshined his. He took the nation by storm shortly after the Civil War ended in 1970. And before he was executed in 1971 at the famous Babi show in front of 30,000 watching Nigerians, no one believed that the doctor would be captured, as it was rumored that he was invisible. When Oyenusi reigned at the height of his exploits, he declared, and I quote, "The bullet has no power over me." Oyenusi got into active robbery back in 1959, but he committed his first major robbery when he snatched a car along Herbert Macaulay Road in Yaba, Lagos, and killing its owner in the process, just because his girlfriend was broke and needed money to buy her makeup. By the end of the Civil War, Oyenusi had metamorphosed into a cold-hearted robber who took delight in causing pains to his victims. The last robbery that ended his journey was in Ikeja, Lagos in March 1971. Dr. Ishola Oyenusi's execution was celebrated by relieved Nigerians who trooped out in mass to Bar Beach in Lagos to witness the end of the man who had held the country to ransom. While being tied on the drum for execution, he kept smiling. In fact, he smiled to his death.
Number 1 on our list is Anini, the Lawrence Nomayagbo Anini, aka the Law.
For those who grew in the 80s, the name Lawrence Nomayagbo Anini can never be forgotten as one of Nigeria's most notorious armed robbers who reigned supreme in the old Bendel states, now Edo and Delta states. In 1983, Anini and his gang members successfully robbed 12 banks in one day and killed 18 people in the process. Lawrence Anini and his squad of robbers made it a point of duty to rob banks in broad daylight. Their level of confidence was so high that they went about throwing money at market women in order to gain popularity. Anini was nabbed on the 3rd of December 1986 in Benin City. Anini was confined to a wheelchair throughout his trial period following the amputation of one of his legs and was sentenced to death by Justice James Omo Agege of the Benin High Court and was executed on March 29, 1987.
Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to this channel. Turn on the notification bell so you get our notification anytime